We gotta check that out. Andre, come on, move. What the heck is that?
Hey guys, Dan here from I Kid You Not, recording a little commentary of our horror film. This is, on screen right now, you're looking at me in the blue sweater on the right side of the frame. Headshot, that's embarrassing. That was a quote. Oh man, that was a little insider joke we had. That's me over there. That's my buddy Andre sitting in the middle. We're playing some Xbox. Not actually playing the game.
I can still live. I'm a second chance. Oh, okay.
That was genuine right there, my friend Andre. I distinctly remember I was just trying. It's one of those things that's embarrassing to watch because
Nothing, I'm just texting my friend.
you were trying so hard, and my friend was just so upset that I was making up things that couldn't actually happen, getting in second chance, and we were playing Call of Duty World at War, I think. Oh, and that was my other friend John standing by the door and also operating the camera here, switching us over to night vision mode. We had, so this is Andre's camera.
Power went out.
Oh man, this is a flashback. There's already too many things to talk about.
Yo, try the lamp.
What just happened?
He just flipped us over into night vision, and this camera that we're using was Andre's, my buddy Andre, who I made a lot of movies with over the years, a lot of short films. This was his second camera, and it had a lot of really cool features that we'd never used before. Night vision was one of them. So you'll find in a lot of our videos, if you go back to our old channel, Passing Planes Productions, that was our first channel, and we put a lot of videos up there. You will find...
Guys, I'm gonna go check the power.
There goes. Check the breakers. Oh man. Oh, I just am. I'm so.
I hope you know before that power went out, I was in the middle of poning you in World of War.
Yeah, of course you were.
It's tough to watch. It's one of those things that's tough to watch. You go back, you'll find a lot of our early videos had night vision in them because we thought it was a very cool special effect, and it came with the camera. It was on board. We decided to use it in a lot of the videos that we made. Now, John, this is actually his house that we're filming in. He's an old friend who we actually haven't seen in a while, and Andre actually has since moved out of town from where we lived and where we produced this video. I still live in the town. But both these guys have been out of my life for a little while, so if they see me posting this, if they see this up online, I don't know what they're going to say. It's been a while. It has been a while, and coming out of October, coming out of the scary season, I thought now would be a good time to share this, our first horror film.
The power's completely out.
Wasn't the breakers?
Yeah, it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is anything like...
No, nothing.
And your parents aren't home, right?
No, it's home.
Alright, let's just go inside.
Got to get that expository dialogue in. Very important to establish the parents aren't there. Now we're going outside of John's actual home, and as you can see, we've got a Christmas wreath up, so we...
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, they just weren't working when I tried turning them on. Yeah.
I'm listening to what we're saying. We filmed this in December 2008, and it was uploaded
See, everyone else's power's on there. We got
January 2009.
It's weird.
I think it's kind of scary because it's like one of those monster movies. Am I right?
I can't remember what we're waiting for here, but... Oh, here we go.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, it's fucking creepy.
All right, another thing I need to clear up is that this is my first time watching this video in years. I literally broke the voice recorder out and I pushed play on this video, and all these reactions you're seeing, or you're hearing rather, are candid. That was John across the street. It's coming back to me now. Our idea with this is we'd never really made a horror movie before, and we thought that it would be a lot of fun to make one. We'd missed October, obviously. Now you see all the Christmas decorations out, but we didn't want to miss the year. I'm not sure what's going on with the camera here. I don't think we had anybody else around. I think that's just the wind. We had a very flimsy tripod that we used to use. It was falling apart. After a couple videos, the thing broke.
Should I check the basement?
Oh my gosh, these three guys are still talking about where to check. At this point, if your power went out, you could just call Con Ed or... Oh, you know what? I remember this angle.
Yep, just fixing the gate.
I remember that. That was me operating the camera. We had to find a lot of creative ways to handle our camera movements because a lot of times we all wanted to act And, well, we all needed to act because there were usually two of us. Usually it was just Andre and myself. And we'd have a story to tell, and we kind of both needed to be on screen, and we couldn't just do it through single shots. So we'd always have to set the camera up on random places. Sometimes the tripod wouldn't work. We need to put it in strange areas and, you know, on trees and on random countertops and then floors, behind bridges, just all sorts of stuff.
Get a weapon or something.
That was a little, I think that record blip, we were making a joke there. Now we're actually in my friend Andre's backyard. That was the other thing. We phased through a lot of different locations. So in a way, we were preparing ourselves for the real world of entertainment production, going through different locations and cutting them all together.
Alright, keep quiet. Do you close the door here?
Close this door. Close this door. Close this door.
Alright. Guys, I got some spare flashlights. Alright, good.
I don't like
Think
this.
they're I got you. Important. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go. Fake it. I'm gonna go check the circuit breaker. You guys wait here.
Check the circuit breakers again.
Alright, let's go.
I don't like your basement when it's dark, John.
This is actually Andre's basement. I don't think John's house had a basement, and we really wanted to get in a basement.
I don't like this, man.
It's just like this. The police out there looking for somebody. I don't know. Get that out of my face.
I'm serious. I really don't like this.
Give me the flashlight first.
Get the flashlight. I don't like this, man.
These videos we used to make, this was about, oh
What was that?
wow, these were really good sound effects. Andre used to cut the videos.
What happened?
We used to shoot these.
John?
This was Andre's camera. He would take it home to his computer, bring the footage in.
John, what happened? There's blood all over, Andre.
He would cut it up, and he would always add in these really cool sound effects.
Put pressure on Andre. Help me put some pressure on you.
Run!
Run from what?
He's gonna get you. Run!
Who?
There were always lapses, and you see that little blip there.
I lost the
I
pulse.
lost the pulse. Oh, man. As if I knew what I was talking about.
Fine!
Andre, I lost his pulse.
Now, the acting's not bad, and we actually had a lot of fun with this. See, the camera moving around now, this is the flimsy tripod that I was talking about. If you go back to Passing Planes and you look at, this is one of many early videos that we made. We started making videos in 2007, and we continued into 2008, 2009.
Get his flashlight. Get his flashlight. We're gonna do that. Give it to me.
We used the same flimsy gear to make so many videos. It was ridiculous. And you see, as we're moving around on the floor, the flimsy tripod is just falling apart and shaking. Now, this was John. We always loved killing a character off because then that character could then become a cameraman and operate the camera for us.
Andre,
What?
what did you do to this phone? We got a problem with the phone.
What happened to the phone?
What happened to the phone? Look at it. The batteries are gone. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
It
man.
was right there.
I remember this. So the battery... You probably saw me holding the batteries in my hand, or a cable going into my hand, and my fist was all closed. It's because the batteries wouldn't come out of the phone. It was hardwired into the phone. It wasn't something we could detach. I remember we just said, oh, I'll just hide it in my fist.
I don't want to do that. We gotta check John now. Come on. Go.
We kind of would just roam around in these videos. We would get an idea and roll with it.
Open the garage door. John,
John!
where did he go?
Obviously. Wait, why are we calling him? Wait. This is a joke.
If he can move, then we call his name.
You know, the funny thing is this video is surprisingly effective looking back because it's very, the camera shake. Oh,
What the heck is
oh,
that?
we got something happening.
We gotta check that out.
It's the camera shake and the autofocus with the night vision that adds a really creepy effect. Oh man, this is great, right? This is gold.
Run! Get out of here! Get out of here! Come on, Andre. We gotta get out of here. Get up the steps.
So you know what I'm talking about with those audio effects? They really don't mesh in very well. Yeah, and I remember we had the idea to cut this into 2 parts. I'm not really sure why. I think we, actually no, I know exactly why, because we didn't shoot the whole video. We didn't finish the whole thing. I remember we shot a piece, stunt coordinator double, wow, that's pretty funny. We did not work on these videos I don't want to say we didn't work on them very frequently. We did, but now we're back at John's house, by the way, running out onto the street, very blatantly showing off the Christmas decorations in the neighborhood, and we split up, of course, as most good horror films go. We would usually just meet up and film these videos whenever we could, and I'm sure all three of us weren't available again for a very long time. So this, what you're seeing right here, this was probably, you know, a solid week or maybe more after we filmed the original piece, somewhere in the holiday season, 2008 into 2009. I remember, what is he doing there? Oh, that was good, actually. I like that. Obviously, he went in and hit the tree there, but oh no, that was pretty bad. The stabbing, the stabbing. Where did I even fall out to? Obviously, I'm operating the camera, but I don't even know what just happened. I mean, that's the funny thing. I watch these things. I don't even know what was going on. That mask looked really good in night vision. I think it was John's. This was another great effect. We loved this because you couldn't really see what was happening, and he actually sticks it into the ground. In reality, what we did there was really dangerous. I mean, we had him stick it into the ground. He could have very easily slipped and stabbed Andre, but, you know, didn't happen, so.
Whoever you are, don't do this, please.
Oh, yeah, I remember we went first person for this. Same thing, obviously not stabbing me, but it's important I make that point clear. And then the mask comes off and the weapon goes down, and you wonder, who was that man? And I can say with the utmost certainty, you will never find out.
Holy crap, he was dead.
You know,
Does anybody here have a cell phone?
I worked with these kids one time in my life, and that was it right there. They were John's neighbors, and they wanted to be in the video, and we put them in the video, and that was it, and I never saw them again. And now we've got this random music playing, and we've got all these credits that make no sense, and the kid that looks like Will Ferrell. Andre thought that boy looked like Will Ferrell. Not that you would ever be able to see outside of night vision, but I am very thankful to have these memories and these videos in my filmmaking bag of experience, and I hope you enjoyed it. And there's many more where this came from. Check out Passing Planes Productions on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about.